Hello and welcome to Mystic Moonstone's weekly angel card reading. Let's have a look and see what the cards have in store for us. This reading will run from the 16th of February through to the 23rd of February. Okay, let's make sure my packs are shuffled. I've already said my prayers and we'll see in store. Okay. First card we have is Archangel Azrael, and this is the card of completion. This is around the beginning of this week, and the card of completion is when something is either coming to an ending, but not in a really scary way, more in a natural way, in a way that it's reached its natural conclusion. When Archangel Azrael does come in around us, he does come in around us as a counsellor quite often, and it helps us to cope with things. So this may be a little bit of a scary situation or something you've been worrying about, and it kind of really is starting to reach its climax, it's starting to come to a natural ending, and you'll find this starting to just resolve itself as we go into this very first part of this week. Possibly going no further than by Wednesday, you should have passed through this situation. Okay, so we'll look at an influence to do with this. Okay. Still, this card really backs up the first card where I'm saying something's come to a natural conclusion, a natural ending. And this is the card of battles that we've got, so there's still a little bit of battling to be done before you get to the conclusion that you want, until things are resolved. Okay, so this could be even a little bit of an overhang from last week, from issues that needed to be resolved, things that needed to be brought to light, brought forward, and they needed to reach conclusion. Okay, so that's what that card is, and the battle really confirms that there are going to be, it's not all going to be straightforward, but as long as you stick with it, you'll be able to get through it. Okay, so that's the first part of the week. We'll move forward now into the middle part of the week. Sometimes I just feel like picking up, and sometimes I feel like shuffling. Just go with it, that would always be my advice. Okay. We have Archangel Gabriel. I like it when Archangel Gabriel comes around, because he normally comes around when there's new beginnings, new things coming in, and if you've just gone through the first part of the week with these natural conclusions, and then you're going to go forward to the middle part of the week, new beginnings coming in, maybe new opportunities, maybe, the completion may be a natural thing for you where you've had to sort of just say, well, I can't go on this way anymore, I've got to bring in some changes. And, the card that's coming in around the Wednesday period, the Archangel Gabriel, is showing you how to bring in these changes. Okay, it may be that you have to do some research into your local college to see what courses there are. You might decide that you need some advice in some other ways, so it's all about communications, and that's what Archangel Gabriel is all about. So it's sending out the right communications to get the right answers to be able to move forward. Okay, so that's what links in with the new beginnings as well. So, a really positive card to have at the beginning of the card, at the middle of the week. One of the things I will say is this is the card, it's not the communication card, it's the artist card. So, like I always say to people when you get this, it's a lovely blank canvas, splash your own colours on it, make it what you want it to be. So, go out, find a way to actually bring these changes in and change things to be the thing that I'm getting as I'm really linking in with this reading now. Okay, so changes coming in for lots of us this week. Little changes maybe, but they will actually add up and add up and add up till they become huge changes. Okay, let's have a look at an influence card. And it's the Angel of Soul Love card. Okay, I like this card because what it actually says on it is it's time to look at how you love yourself. And, quite often people say to me they're looking for love. And I think we're all looking for love in one way or another. We're all looking to be accepted. We're all looking to be part of something. We all want to be liked. Nobody wants to be unliked. Yet, sometimes we kind of ask the impossible because we ask people to love us when we don't love ourselves. And we ask people to like us or we don't like ourselves. And that's a little bit like being a used car salesperson and saying, I really want you to have this car, but to be honest, I don't like it. You know, it just wouldn't be done. So, you know, it's the same with yourself. You know, changes start from within, and the only way you can actually make those changes work is by loving yourself. Start to love yourself more, start to like yourself more, and other people will see that, and other people will say, you know, I want some of that. So, you know, the way to really attract all those lovely blessings of love and attraction into your life, abundance, whatever you're trying to bring in, is by actually sort of believing in it yourself first, and that starts here. Okay, let's go on to the next card and see what the end of the week has in store for us. Oh, right, the end of the week is Archangel Metatron. And I love this angel. I think I need this angel in my life all the time. Okay, when he comes in, he helps to get us organised. He cuts away all the, you know, all the chaoticness, all the being disorganised, you know, which I am totally disorganised. So, you know, I would love this angel just to come and take residency with me. You know, this is the card of heaven and earth. And it's really where you're going to be striking a balance between your spiritual side and the more physical side, and actually bringing the two together to make your life work. So you may find that you start to think about what's right for you, what's wrong for you, focusing on what your priorities should be, because you know sometimes we get our priorities completely wrong. And one of the things I will say with us spiritual folk is quite often, you know, we talk about the importance of meditation, but we forget to do it. We just end up with everything else kind of comes crowding in, and then we think, well, why aren't I working properly? Why aren't I feeling relaxed and in harmony? And you know, the answer's simple. We just haven't found it in us for even a few minutes. Just to meditate, just to connect back with spirit, connect back with the divine, you know, be one with the universe and see what they actually want to bring in. Let your intuition work, let it guide you, and as you've got these changes coming in, you know, that is the best way. There is a story that says that Archangel Metatron was the angel who actually led the Israelites through the wilderness to their promised land. Now, I'm not saying he's going to be leading you for 40 years, but what I will say, when he comes around nowadays, he quite often does help us to find where we're meant to be, especially when we've lost direction. Okay, so look out for this. You've already got the communication coming in midweek, so look out for what's going to be happening around, you know, the Friday, Saturday time. Possibly just go overlapping a little bit. You know, I always say with readings, nothing is, you know, that accurate that is to the day. You know, sometimes when spirits come around, they can just be a little bit off either side. So what I will say is, you know, this is just a rough guideline, but it's when it's coming in, it's around the time it's coming in. So, you know, look out for that. Look out for that refocusing, that direction, knowing what your priorities are, being able to untangle the mess, you know. And when I look at that card, that's what it always reminds me of. You know, somebody's made this huge mess and this angel's coming in and they're just unwrapping it all. Also, when this card comes in, it can also be an indication of opposites attracting. Okay, so there's a lovely love hearts on this card, and I just feel that I want to say out there, one of you is really going to have a classic case of meeting your opposite. Okay, so I don't know why, that's just really flowing as I'm speaking to you. And I really want to say opposites attracting, and watch out for some meetings coming up. I would say possibly in the next week or so for that. Okay. Okay, just let's look at the last influence card. Sorry, you have to forgive me today. I've got a sore throat, so if I sound a bit croaky. Okay, it's the Angel of Vision. This card actually tells you that you really need to trust your own intuition, that someone or a situation around you isn't quite as you think it should be, or as it seems to be. You know, it's a little bit of an illusion, and you just need to look that little bit deeper. And you need to trust your feelings and, you know, your gut feeling, especially because that links in with your intuition of how you feel about it. And when Archangel Metatron comes in, as I said, he's helping you to focus, he's helping you to get your priorities straight. It may be that something will come to light, and you need to trust your intuition over what others are saying with regard to the direction that you're taking, because your intuition is linking in with the angels, is linking in with what is, you know, is meant for you. Okay, so if we take these cards all the way around to the beginning, what this is showing me is that this week is about change. It's about something either coming to an ending or you realising during the beginning of the week that something does have to come to an end, that you can't go on this way, that you need to get a conclusion. Midweek you're thinking about how can you bring that about. You know, you're the one who's actually writing your own script at that part of the week. And as I said, I feel application forms being filled in, contacting people, things like that, those kind of communications. And don't forget the soul love at that part of it. So as you're sending out those communications, as you're making those inquiries, remember to love yourself, remember to have faith in yourself, and know that you are capable of doing this. And then towards the end of the week, you know, you're at that stage where you're going to start to organise things to be able to move things forward. And you're doing that with a little bit of angelic help, so that is always great. Okay, and you know, the last card, the Angel of Vision, is trust your intuition over what anybody else says, because at the end of the day, your intuition knows you best. Okay, so I think that's the end of this week's reading. I hope you've enjoyed it. Look forward to next week's reading. Love and light to you all.